Are you too short to play basketball? So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. But today I'm going to talk to you about if you are too short to play basketball. The simple answer is no. You're not too short. There's no such thing as being too short for basketball. Now, I've had a lot of people messaging me, asking me, hey, I'm like 5'4". Am I too short to play basketball? No. Okay, so let me explain. First off, I'm 6'2". I've been 6'2" since grade 9. So I have been on both sides of the spectrum. I have been ridiculously tall, and then I have been on like an average guard size. So I've gone through the whole spectrum of being too tall, or not necessarily too tall, but being very tall, but also not being very tall. I've never been short when it comes to height, or really anything, but when it comes to basketball. But when I get people asking me, hey, am I too short? Don't be thinking like that, because you're not too short. There's different skills that you can bring to the table if you're short. Look at Fred VanVleet from the Toronto Raptors. He is one very good example. He is actually quite short for his position, and guess what? He is one of the sixth man, and he could probably get, if he wasn't injured most of the season, probably could have got the Sixth Man of the Year award in the NBA. And he's pretty short. He's like 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there, and when that comes to NBA height, that's quite short. There's lots of players in the NBA who are classified as short. Muggsy Bogues was one of them. And also, Steph Curry was also, his whole life, up until recently, classified as too short, too small, too skinny, not strong enough to play basketball at any level higher than high school. Did you know that he only had one offer, and that was from Davidson? Davidson University was the only one who gave him a chance. He rolled with that chance, and now he's classified as one of the best players in the world. He wasn't drafted number 1 in the NBA. He was classified as too short, too skinny, too weak, and look, he is now one of the best and the highest premier players in the NBA and in the world. So if people are calling you too short, too tall, too short, whatever, don't listen to them. Prove them wrong and go out and show them that you are much better. It doesn't matter what your height is. Don't ever listen to the haters. Go out. Play your game. You can be short, but you can still be tenacious on defense. You can be short, you can still have a damn good shot. You can be short, and you can still handle the ball really well. And guess what? If you're a 6'9" guy dribbling the ball, and you're a point guard at 6'9", for example, or you're a point guard at 6'4", or anything like that, and you have a 5'5" guy on you who knows how to play defense, guess what? You ain't dribbling that ball. That's why still being short isn't bad. But if you're being short, you can't just slouch back and let the offensive player manhandle you. You need to be strong. Think of Kyle Lowry. Look at how many charges that guy takes in a game or in a season. I think he's number 1 or number 2 in the league right now this season taking charges. But he's 6 foot. I think he's like 6'1"-ish. But he takes all those charges. He's able to play defense in the post against a 6'11" guy and still stop him. He's not using his height as an excuse. He's showing other people that his height is not a negativity part of his game or a negative part of his game. You need to do that as well. If you're on the shorter side, you can't just go out and be like, woe is me, I can't do anything, why am I playing today? You need to go out there and say, okay, I'm 5'4". I'm playing against a 6'1" guy. How can I stop him from scoring, and how can I score on him? Now, everything's not about scoring. You don't have to go out and score 40 points a night to be classified as a premier player or one of the greatest players of all time. You can go out there and be a defensive monster like Dennis Rodman. Okay, he's taller, but you can be a defensive monster. You can be up on that player who's dribbling that ball. You could both be point guards, but you could be really undercutting him, taking away his dribble to not allow him to get the ball up the court. If you can be quick, if you have fast foot speeds, you are able to be a very good player. Not everything is about being tall in basketball, and not everything is being about able to score 40 points a night. I would take a player any night who is 5'4", who knows how to play defense and knows how to pass the ball, who knows how to drive the ball towards the rim, collapse the defense, kick it out for a three. I would take that any night as a coach. So you don't have to be 6'4". You don't have to be 7 feet tall. There's not many 7 feet tall players even in the NBA. Guess what? Even if you are short, the game is starting to go towards your level of height anyways. It used to be all about getting the big 7-footer in the post and destroying the post and taking down the backboard like Shaq. That's what the game used to be about. But guess what? Now it's about finesse. Now it's about taking that three-point shot. Now it's about playing that defense, even though you don't see much defense in the All-Star game or even in the NBA that much anymore. But you still see spurts of defense. And if you're going to be a player who's going to be giving your team defense every second you're on the court defensively, you're going to get a lot of time on the court. It doesn't matter if you're short. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. I hope that this gives you some motivation to go out and play your game. It doesn't matter if you're 5'2", doesn't matter if you're 6 feet tall, doesn't matter if you're 7 feet tall. Play your game and you will do really well. Find what you're good at and you will do really, really well. When I went down to the States to play basketball, the Erie Bayhawks, there was a guy going out for the team. He was 5'6", I think it was. 5'6", 5'7". He was quite a bit shorter than me. He was up to about here, and I'm 6'2". He got the rim to here after the day was done, not before. I didn't see him dunk before. But at the end of the day, after about 6 hours of running, he got the rim to here. That's insane. You can do that too. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.